Welcome to How to Live in Japan channel. 皆さんおはよう、こんにちは、そしてこんばんは。I went to the tax office to do Kakutei Shinkoku, and in this video, I will talk about my experience. For those who do not know Kakutei Shinkoku or final tax return, the simple explanation is to tell the tax office about your annual income and tax deductions. Doing this may result in overpaid taxes being returned or the next residence tax being cheaper. For details, please watch our video about that. It is difficult for foreigners to file a tax return, and it's also quite complicated for Japanese people. There are 3 ways to file a tax return. You can apply by your smartphone, mail, or go directly to the tax office. Among them, I recommend going to the tax office. The reason is that anyone can do it. Anyone. There are Japanese professional staff who will support you. It was really easy to file a tax return, so I strongly recommend you not to be afraid to try it. By the way, we share Japanese life information on this channel for foreigners living in Japan. I think this channel will be helpful and interesting for you. We provide information researched and summarized by our native Japanese members. Please subscribe to this channel. I went to a place called Denki Bunka Kaikan. It's one of the venues where they hold Kakutei Shinkoku for several cities combined. I made a reservation about a week in advance. Normally, no reservation is required, but this year, a special reservation is required to limit the number of people. Watch another video that explains how to reserve a slot for a final income tax return at the tax office. As soon as I entered the entrance, there was a rubbing alcohol and a guide staff. Did you make a reservation? What time did you make a reservation? I was asked. When I told him that I had a reservation, I was taken to the next place. I thought of showing my reservation receipt, which I got using the Line app, but I was told that I didn't have to show it to the person in charge. Here, I was asked whether to file a tax return on a personal computer or a smartphone. The person in charge recommended the use of smartphone. He said, if you file a tax return using your smartphone, you can save the data so you can easily do it yourself the next year. But I chose computer to show you how to do it. I have already uploaded a video on doing Kakutei Shinkoku using your smartphone. This is the computer area for Kakutei Shinkoku. I went there in the afternoon on Sunday, but it wasn't as crowded as I expected. Here, I arrived at my personal computer. There are roughly 7 things I have done in this area. Fill in your name and contact information, and tell them the reason for doing Kakutei Shinkoku. In my case, I told him only 3 things. First, kyuyo shunyu means my income is mainly salary. Second, nenmatsu chosei owattemasu. It means I already did year-end tax adjustment with my company. Third, furuato nozei o shimashita. It means I paid my hometown tax. When I told them these 3 things, I wasn't asked anymore. I was asked to submit the necessary documents, so I handed it to the staff. In my case, I submitted 1 tax withholding slip and 3 certificates or receipts I received from the local government from my hometown tax payment. There is 1 certificate or receipt for each item purchased, but since I bought 3, there are 3 certificates. After submitting those papers, the person in charge looked at it and typed it for me. Looking around, other people were operating their own computers. However, I never touched the computer after this. If you don't understand, ask the person in charge.
インタックスは初めてですか？そうすると識別番号は取ってないですかね。では識別番号というのはインタックスする場合に本人認証するための一番最初の入り口の番号なんです。でそれと暗証番号で、自分で申請することができますので、それは今お持ちでないということですので承知します。
Decide the identification code. Decide on an 8-digit password that combines lowercase English letters and numbers. When I decided, I wrote it on a piece of paper and handed it over. It seems that you will use the same password again next year. If you forget your number next year, you can issue a new one again.
電話番号を教えてもらえます？
Next, answer some questions.
会社員でよろしいですね。郵便番号を教えてもらえますか？そうしましたら、暗証番号を設定しますので、ここにちょっと自分で8文字以上ですね、英語の小文字と数字です。後でプリントアウトで出てくるから、その紙持ってもらえれば大丈夫です。他には控除するものはありますか？地震とか生命保険とかそういうのはいらないですね。はい、扶養控除もなしですね。還付金はこの金額ですね。これ振り込むのは銀行でいいですか？
How do you want to receive your refund? In my case, I have an overpayment of 863 yen that I can receive, probably because I changed my job once last year. There are 3 ways to receive the money: transfer to your Yucho bank, transfer to other banks, or claim the money at the post office.
どちらの銀行にされます？
I chose to transfer money to Yucho Bank.
口座番号を教えてもらえます？
When I showed the bank card to the staff, they typed the account number. There was another tax deduction of 18,000 yen for hometown tax payment. It seems that it will be deducted from this year's residence tax.
今年の1月1日はここに住んでました？世帯主でよろしいですか？マイナンバーカードをお願いします。
If you have your My Number card, you need to show it.
じゃあ最終確認しますのでお待ちください。最終確認をお願いします。
寄付金控除ってことですか？はい、そうです。で、寄付金も一件一件入れていただいたので、じゃあ全部お返しするっていうことですね。じゃあ、あとお願いします。
じゃあ終了ですね。
After inputting to the computer, I was guided to the copy machine.
お住所と名前は間違いないですか？電車も引っ換えですので、こちらだって、あそこの窓さんと書いてあるボックスありますので、そこに入れて終了となります。
Here, I got some copies of my tax return and a piece of paper showing that you have completed tax return. Finally, put this piece of paper in the box with the name of your tax office and you're done. After finishing, I thought the whole process was very easy. All I had to do was bring the necessary documents and tell my status, and the person in charge entered all the information into the computer, so there was nothing difficult. It was difficult to file a tax return on a smartphone because it was written in Japanese, and it was difficult to enter information and scan the card many times. However, I felt that anyone could file a tax return at the tax office. Please try to file your tax return. If you have any questions, please comment it down below. Also, I would be very grateful if you could comment anything, even just a simple hi or konnichiwa, to show you are watching this video. Thank you very much for watching this video. Like this video and subscribe to our channel for more Japan life info. See you in our next video.